Pause for a moment and ask yourself this simple question. Do you feel tired? Not just physically tired, but tired deep inside your bones. If your nerves feel worn out, keep watching. Today, we are going to talk about habits. Specifically, the habits that create nervous strain. The kind of strain that builds slowly, quietly, until one day, you simply cannot cope anymore. Here is something many people do not realize. We often create our own suffering. Not on purpose, of course, but we develop small habits, daily routines, that slowly drain our mental energy. Day after day, week after week, we repeat these patterns. And eventually, the mind and body say, enough. This is when depression arrives, or anxiety takes over, or a complete breakdown happens. But, and this is important, a breakdown does not have to be the end of your story. In fact, it can be a new beginning. Think about it this way. When you fall, really fall, you are forced to stop. You are forced to look at your life. And if you use that moment to understand what went wrong, if you use it to replace bad habits with good ones, then that difficult time becomes a gift. It becomes the foundation of something stronger. However, if you simply rest for a while, without understanding anything, you will eventually go back to your old ways. And the cycle will repeat. You will get sick again, or you will simply exist, never truly feeling alive. So, let us go deeper. What is really happening here? When there is no physical illness, no medical condition, nervous suffering almost always points to one thing. Our character, the habits we have built over time. Some of these habits we learned as children, some we created ourselves. But they are there, and they shape everything. Now, admitting this is hard. Nobody wants to hear that their pain is connected to their own choices. It is much easier to blame the world, to blame stress, to blame other people. But here's the truth. Real healing requires honesty. It requires looking in the mirror and facing the things we usually avoid. Yes, this can feel embarrassing. It can feel humiliating. But humiliation, when accepted with courage, is actually healthy. It clears the fog. It shows us exactly what needs to change. Unfortunately, many people choose otherwise. They choose to remain uncomfortable. They choose to stay stuck, simply because they do not want to admit they were wrong. Does that make sense? They prefer a life of quiet exhaustion over a moment of honest self-reflection. But you are watching this video for a reason. So let that reason guide you. Now, let us talk about solutions. You have probably heard of many different cures. Faith healing, positive thinking, hypnotism, quick fixes. And yes, these things can offer temporary relief. They can point you in the right direction, but they cannot save you. Not permanently. Only you can do that. Once you understand the truth about your habits, you must take action. You must hold yourself accountable. Every single day. This is not easy. It requires effort. It requires paying attention to your thoughts, your reactions, your choices. But please hear me. The effort is worth it. It is more than worth it. Think of nervous strain as a message, a signal. It is telling you that something inside needs attention. Something needs to change. So listen to it. Do not wait for a miracle. Do not wait for someone else to rescue you. Start today. Look at your habits with honesty. Change what needs to be changed. And slowly, step by step, build the peaceful mind you deserve. Thank you for listening. Take a deep breath and be kind to yourself today.